promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Bottas, Sebastian Vettel and Albon, Ricciardo, Stroll, Norris and Carlos Sainz, Ocon, Perez, Pierre Gasly and Kvyat, Magnussen, Raikkonen, Antonio Giovinazzi and Roman Grosjean. Latifi and George Russell ends our grid lineup. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can. Radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now. Pit window opens in 15 laps time. The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
Driver in front.
Verstappen is ahead of you. Let's capitalize on that first lap. Is now enabled.
Driver in front.
Verstappen ahead. The gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 2 laps old. We think they've got 2 stops remaining. The time last lap was a 1 minute 28.1. You're gaining by 0.3 a lap. Good work. Your overtake button more, it's time to utilize some of this energy. So far, our fastest lap is a 1:27.8. Verstappen behind. Okay, the gap behind is 3.3 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 4 laps old. We think they've got 2 stops remaining. The time last lap was a 1 minute 31.3. Second place, you're in second place. Lewis ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 2.6 seconds. They're on old softs. Verstappen is behind you. The gap behind us is 3.6 seconds. They're on old mediums. Pit window will open in 10 laps time. Pit window opens in 10 laps. Lewis is ahead of you. The gap to the car ahead is 2.5 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 5 laps old. We think they've got 2 stops remaining. The time last lap was a 1:28.0. You're closing by 0.4 per lap. Green flag. Green flag. We're racing again. Currently, the fastest lap is a 1 minute 27.2. That last lap was a 1:28.3. Lewis ahead. Gap to car in front is 2.9 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 7 laps old. We think they've got 2 stops remaining. The time last lap was a 1 minute 28.4.
and catching Hamilton, I think I want to try braking later into that first corner. The first and second corner, I think I can brake a lot later. So lap 10, these tires are starting to slip for me a little bit, I think. Pushing a little bit more because I want to pit before him.
Let's use overtake and burn some of this Verstappen behind. The gap to the car behind is 4.9 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 9 laps old. We think they've got 2 stops remaining. The time last lap was a 1:28.1. To run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix 2 soon.
Got on the grass a little bit there, that's terrible. So my tires, yeah, my front left is overheating a little bit. But I'm keeping my rear tires pretty cool. They're
Be
in the
aware,
window.
we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
Yep. As he said that, diving really deep into that corner, that was just no grip. Cut the corner there.
We've been awarded a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
Yep. Probably a 3-second penalty.
Lewis is ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 2.0 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 11 laps old. We think they've got 2 stops remaining. The time last lap was a 1:28.4. You're falling back by 1/10 a lap.
So without the marker there going into that chicane is really hard to tell my like my turning point, especially because you're going so fast.
Receive that. Repeat the message.
Driver in front.
Lewis ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 1.6 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 12 laps old. We think they've got 2 stops remaining. The time last lap was a 1:28.2. You're gaining by 0.3 a lap. Good work.
I'm at the pit soon. These tires are just absolutely shredded. Yeah, it's a corner 5. Oh boy. Yeah, my tires lose grip. Max Verstappen. I gotta pit next lap. Lewis Hamilton's just making so many gains on me right now. Going a little bit slower through corners.
Verstappen is behind you. Our gap behind is 2.5 seconds. They're on old mediums. We think they've got 2 stops remaining. The time last lap was a 1 minute 28.1.
So this is where my tires are going to start to go off and Max's are going to hold on a little bit better because he's on the mediums. So we're probably running at around the same pace now. If not, he's a little bit faster. I think Hamilton's going to try and pit on this lap. So if he doesn't, then I'm going to pit.
Okay, 2 stops left now. 2 stops. Your pit window opens in 2 laps' time.
I'm just going to try and go for the undercut.
Okay, the gap behind is 2.7 seconds.
Okay, decided not to pit, which means Hamilton is going to pit next lap, and I'm going to have to wait 2 laps. Ah, shit. Driver in front.
Lewis is ahead of you. The gap to the car ahead is 2.7 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 14 laps old. We think they've got 2 stops remaining. The time last lap was a 1:28.8. You're gaining by 8 tenths. 8 tenths.
Really slow through that corner. That was not good. Going deep inside on that one too. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay. So Hamilton, so I'm in clean air. So clean air, really gonna have to put the hammer down. It's porridge time.
Push now. We're boxing this lap.
Oh, it's also cut corner time. We're really gonna have to push this lap. These tires are just absolutely dead. See, Bottas doesn't have any like kind of catchphrases. Hamilton has, it's like, it's hammer time, get in there, Lewis, let Valtteri by. I mean, not let Valtteri by. Bono, my tires are gone, that kind of stuff. Valtteri just has Valtteri, let Lewis by. That's his only line. There's absolutely no way I'm letting Lewis by in this race. I'm hoping Hamilton gets caught up in a lot of traffic. I don't know where everyone else is in the race. Box this lap.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
I think I just got down to 60 there.
Exit.
So let's see how many penalties. So I only a 3-second penalty because and Perez had a mechanical failure. So we'll track limits, and then track limits. Okay, so as long as I don't exceed the track limits. 2 more times, and I won't get any more penalties, and I'm pretty confident I can win this race. So I'm 16. I don't know where I am. I don't know who's ahead of me. 2.9 second stop.
Okay, you only have to stop once now. 1 stop left.
Driver.
Gasly ahead. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 16 laps old. We think they've got 2 stops remaining. The time last lap was a 1 minute 29.6.
Oh. Yeah, these tires, you don't really realize how worn your tires are until you throw in a new set. And you just see how responsive these are. It's going to take me about a lap to heat up these tires. They're about 10 degrees colder than I like them. And it's also going to take me...
We've got a lot of spare energy. Use your overtake button.
Oh, I'm just losing so much time behind this car. I just don't want to overtake. I want to let him go to the pits. Yep. Right.
Okay, battery's looking good. You can use overtake to get past. The gap behind us is 2.0 seconds. Lewis ahead, gap to car in front is 7.8 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 2 laps old. We think they've got 1 more stop. The time last lap was a 1:25.7.
So did you say
Lewis
7
is ahead
seconds?
of him. Okay, gap ahead is 7.8 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 2 laps old. We think they've got 1 more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 25.7, 8.1 seconds.
So they're 8.1 seconds because I pitted later, which means he got the undercut. He wasn't stuck in traffic. I got stuck behind the AlphaTauri and the Renault. And I'm just taking corners absolutely terribly.
Okay, you only have to stop once now. 1 stop left. 13 laps until your pit window is open.
So I'm on 1 lap fresher tires though. But I'm racing like absolute garbage right now.
bliss ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 9.7 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:26.0. Is gaining on you by 0.5 a lap. Vettel is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 3.5 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:26.5.
I don't know how Hamilton got so far ahead of me. Way too deep in that corner. Shit. So about 38 laps to go.
One more stop today. One stop left in our strategy. You have 11 laps till your pit window opens.
So I'm just trying to manage these tires right now.
Last lap was a 1:26.9.
I really need a safety car right now, because if a safety car comes out, I'm going to go on hards. Then I go right to the end of the race, and I'll be right up Lewis's chuff. I'll be able to overtake him. Terrible first sector, but really good second sector. Yeah, we're coming up on 410s.
The fastest lap at this point in time is a 1 minute 25.7.
So close.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:26.2.
So I just need to improve by 6/10 while saving fuel. So the actual Formula 1 drivers make, I think the stat is 13 to 14 changes on the wheel. Like, you change brake bias and, you know, sock settings and engine modes and all of this. Fuel and all of this stuff. I don't know how they manage all that while going super fast. I'm sitting comfortably in my chair at home.
Charge is high. Let's use that overtake button more.
I'm sitting comfortably in my chair at home. No G-forces, no feeling of speed. The only thing is the amount of time we have is around the same, and I'm making a couple changes and I'm struggling. It's really insanely difficult. I don't know how to do it. My race engineer is also just really not good. Just not good. Doesn't tell me anything properly. Like, I need updates about where Hamilton is. I don't know how they do it, see?
There's interference.
I literally...
Metal behind. Our gap behind is 4.2 seconds. They're on old softs. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 27.0. Lewis is ahead of you. The gap to the car ahead is 12.4 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 10 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:26.5. We're dropping back by around 4/10 a lap.
Lewis is just absolutely obliterating me in this stint. Jesus, I really need to step it up with the mediums if I have any chance of coming close to beating him. Plus, I'm going to have the threat of Max Verstappen behind, who's going to be on fresh softs, probably, if he pits again.
Vettel is behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 4.5 seconds. They're on old softs. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 27.3.
I just need to manage the gap to Vettel and manage these tires as well. Trying not to hit the curbs, not understeer, slowly in the corners. Not do that, get a penalty again. Not do that as well. It's just absolute shit. Completely ruins the straight if I mess up that corner. Yeah, so I don't see Vettel, so.
Vettel behind. The gap behind us is 6.5 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 11 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:28.0.
Yeah, so Vettel really struggling on those softs, apparently, because I've not been putting in the best laps. I've been getting a lot of time on them. That's the other thing. I don't know how they talk to their engineer and concentrate on taking the corner. Yeah, these tires are slipping away from me now. I think they're hitting the cliff on this lap. So I gotta watch out for that. I need to save fuel as well. My ERS is doing pretty good. But this is I can't afford
pulling out a second a lap on the car behind.
Yeah, as you can see, Jeff confirming. I should be pitting in a couple laps.
Only one stop to go. One stop left in this strategy. Pit window will open in 3 laps' time. Pit window opens in 3 laps.
Yeah, exactly. 3 laps. So just... I still have some tires left, so I'm really going to push them. Not really, I'm going to push it a little bit though.
Issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
There are issues with tire wear, Jeff. If there were no issues, I'd be able to keep racing. Absolute idiot.
Lewis ahead. Gap to car in front is 13.0 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 14 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 26.8. They're building a lead of 0.6 per lap.
Yeah, so in my I raced him in second practice and a little bit in third, I was pretty quick on the softs, so I have a lot of confidence that I'll be able to catch him.
No need to worry about tyre condition for now.
No, I do need to worry about tyre condition. Then it changed my strategy. I'm a type 1 diabetic, when I don't want my sugar glucose levels to go low, because that would affect my race. So I was having a chocolate milk candy. Anyway. Yep, terrible. That was garbage. Coming up on a Williams. As well, he is on the mediums.
Vettel is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 6.9 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 14 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:27.6. Okay, you only have to stop once now. One stop left. Your pit window opens next lap.
Thank you for the DRS. Box this lap.
Understood, stopping this lap.
Shit, I think that was over. Alright, race director. Yeah, speeding in the pit lane, 5-second penalty. Shit. That's brutal. I'm gonna look at the replay there. Because I can. Yeah, I slowed down to about 50, then I sped up and headed at 66 miles an hour, 66 kilometers. 60. That sucks.
Release, release. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. You have P5. Verstappen is ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 7.1 seconds. They're on old mediums. Ricardo behind. Our gap behind is 8.8 seconds. They're on old softs. The distance to the leader is 30.4 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. 27 laps to go. Spare energy, use your overtake button. push now. Use your overtake button for more power. Verstappen ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 11.9 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 13 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 27.6. Okay, the gap behind is 2.3 seconds. Boxed for the mediums, car behind on the medium tyre. Lewis is in for a stop, Vettel behind. The gap behind us is 7.9 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Verstappen is ahead of you. The gap to the car ahead is 10.3 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 14 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:27.4. Car in front is 10.2 seconds. Trailing our teammate by 14.4 seconds. The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. Vettel is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 8.7 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 2 laps old. The time last lap was at 1 minute 26.9. You've been awarded a time penalty for that last incident.
That sucks ass. I shouldn't check right here, but whatever. Yeah, so 11 seconds. That sucks ass. Just being in the pit lane, I can't believe I got that, but whatever.
Vettel behind. Our gap behind is 8.6 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 2 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:26.9. Verstappen ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 10.6 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 17 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 26.7. You're gaining by 1/10 a lap.
That's definitely a warning, if not a penalty.
Our gap to the car in front is 10.1 seconds.
Teammate status.
Gap to teammate ahead is 15.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're in first. The time last lap was a 1:26.2. Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 25.8.
Not even gonna get DRS. I need to pass him on the straight. Yep.
We're trailing our teammate by 15.7 seconds.
I'm just getting caught in the dirty air of all these cars, and it's not really good. Not good at all. Yeah, that was my fault, missing that apex by a mile. Missing that one too, barely.
Currently, the fastest lap is a 1:25.7.
Just need to improve by a 10th too.
The gap to the car ahead is 8.9 seconds.
Not getting DRS there again. Let him off a second.
Increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 per lap.
absolutely terrible.
Verstappen is ahead of you. Gap to car in front is 7.2 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 21 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 26.8. We're gaining by about 9/10 a lap. Keep it up. Okay, gap ahead is 7.8 seconds. Vettel is behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 10.8 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 8 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:26.6.
Teammate status.
There's static over the radio. Say again.
Teammate status.
Gap to teammate ahead is 15.9 seconds. They're on old mediums. They're in first. The time last lap was a 1 minute 25.6.
So Hamilton setting fastest laps of the race, and I'm struggling to match my old pace. I gotta really stay on it if I'm gonna beat Vettel. I don't know why Verstappen would go mediums, softs. I figured medium, softs would be better. But maybe because I was gaining on him so much. But I switched to the fresh softs. He was on warm mediums. I don't know. He's also an AI, so it doesn't really matter. Probably just programmed to make mistakes. Right now, Verstappen pits. I'm in P2, and I just need to really keep it up here if I want to beat Verstappen. Beat Verstappen and Vettel. Vettel should be no problem. I'm a lot faster than him. Verstappen is going to be on fresh softs. I don't know.
Okay, copy that.
More updates.
Tyre condition is still looking good.
It's going to go lean mixed for one more lap, and then I can switch to standard. This is going to be a 27. gasoline mix, not using overtake, no DRS, not really pushing. Driver behind.
Lewis is ahead of you. Our gap to the car in front is 19.4 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 10 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:25.6. You're losing around 1.6 seconds.
Yeah, because I'm putting some really slow laps. Oh, that was horrible. Such an idiot. I don't know what the hell I'm doing right now. I'm so slow.
Okay, our main competitors in this race are Hamilton and Vettel. Vettel behind. The gap behind us is 7.9 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 12 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:26.2.
I need to absolutely put the hammer down now.
At the moment, the car behind us is lapping faster than us by around 1 second per lap.
That's gotta be the fastest lap of the race.
Say that again, we're having trouble receiving.
Fastest lap overall.
The fastest lap at this point in time is a 1:24.3. Our best lap so far is a 1:25.2.
Okay, so not the fastest lap of the race, but just crushed our past him. Crushed our previous best. I have the tires. There's 12 laps left, 11 laps left.
You're sat in P2. Lewis ahead. The gap to the car ahead is 21.5 seconds. They're on old mediums. Verstappen behind. The gap to the car behind is 8.1 seconds. They're on old softs. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 11 laps to go.
So 11 laps. But I'm kind of in the wake of the McLaren up here. I don't know who it is. I really gotta watch the overtakes. I'm used to the overtake button. I'm draining my ARS. Oh, well, thank you for the DRS, Lando Norris. I'm in the home stretch right now, 9 laps left. Max is definitely going to get fastest lap as well. He's on new softs and I'm on old mediums. So it's kind of no question.
Verstappen is behind you. Our gap behind is 6.2 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 8 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:24.6. Didn't catch that. Say again. The drivers we're racing are Hamilton and Verstappen.
So a pretty clean race, no real battles except for at the beginning so far. I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to jinx it. Yeah, properly lets me go through. Go to Giovinazzi. Oh, that's right. my rears are pretty much in temperature at 196 and 190, but it's pretty cool through that first sector. Pretty vicious on the fronts, especially the front left at 202 degrees. It's a little bit higher than I want, about 40 degrees higher. And it's going to get even higher, and I gotta have to go lean for a lap. It's going to get even higher for this sector.
Verstappen behind.
4 seconds.
The gap behind is 4.2 seconds. They're on old softs. The time last lap was a 1 minute 24.7. Second place, you're in second place. Lewis is ahead of you. Gap to car in front is 22.5 seconds. They're on old mediums. Verstappen is behind you. The gap behind us is 3.2 seconds. They're on old softs. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 7 laps to go.
It's cool that there's time progression in the game because the shadows are changing, which is kind of sketching me out, especially in the last sector. Yeah, we got Verstappen behind. There's absolutely no way I'm going to get second. They're just annoying. I was hoping for first. But I just didn't have the pace. But I'm still going to fight Verstappen tooth and nail. Might just let him by. Because I want the podium more than I want to fight Verstappen. Remember, I have 11 seconds of penalties. 11. 2 penalties for cutting the track, or extending track limits, and then one penalty for speeding in the pit lane by 6 kilometers, 5 kilometers an hour. He's right on my shot. He's right up there. He's gonna get me in the straight here.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let him take it.
Vettel is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 11.0 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 20 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:26.
Okay, I just need to check this. 3, 3, and 5. Okay, so I have 11 seconds, so I just need to be faster than Vettel in these last 3 or 4 laps, and I can stay on the podium. But wow, look at that. No penalties, no corner cutting for anyone else. Just Bottas, 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 Bottas. Standard mix now. 4 and a bit laps to go.
P3, you are currently in P3. Verstappen ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 1.2 seconds. They're on old softs. Vettel behind. Our gap behind is 10.6 seconds. They're on old mediums. The gap to the leader is 26.1 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. 5 laps till the end. Is behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 10.4 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 21 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 26.0. We're trailing our teammate by 26.5 seconds. There's 4 laps of fuel remaining. Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected. Dries seem like the best tyre for now. No need to worry about tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good. Vettel behind. The gap behind us is 10.8 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 22 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:26.1. Our gap to the car in front is 2.8 seconds. The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap.
Yeah, the changing conditions, which means the shadows are changing, which means it's harder for me to see my braking point and see the apex in that last corner there. And yeah, so I watched the Italian Grand Prix this morning, and holy shit, what? I mean, I guess it was in the afternoon. It was the morning for me, and what a race! Holy shit, what a race!
Vettel is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 11.0 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 23 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 26.2. P3. Verstappen is ahead of you. The gap to the car ahead is 2.7 seconds. They're on old softs. Vettel behind. Our gap behind is 11.0 seconds. They're on old mediums. Our gap to first place is 27.7 seconds. The pit window is open. Pit window currently open. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap.
Please let me by, please let me by, please let me by. He's not gonna let me by, he's not gonna let me by. What are you doing? Are you
We've only got
kidding?
2 laps of fuel left.
Fuck you. Oh my god. That was... He's in a Williams. I've lapped him twice. I'm fighting for the podium here, and he holds me up massively. kit, giving it full beans. Just absolutely everything on this lap.
Vettel is behind
Absolutely
you. Okay,
everything.
the gap behind is 10.3 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 24 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:25.9. This is your final lap of the race. You've been awarded a time penalty for that last incident.
For what? What?
We advise moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
So Hamilton won. Just crossed the line there. P3, and it's gonna be P4 when I'm done. P5.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
Fifth.
So Mercedes have won it, and what a great race it was. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection. A shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
The first stint was good. And then it really fell apart. The second stint, Hamilton just kept getting penalties. I've never raced with the corner cutting on strict, which is what I was doing today, in first person, and just as the shadows were changing, I just didn't adapt.